Let's talk weight loss. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Muscle Mama Sophie here. I've managed to get a chance to hop on. So I thought, as I've kind of been thinking about my weight loss, obviously I'm, changing things up with my food, trying to get a better relationship with it. I thought, do you know what? Let's talk about weight loss, because there's a lot of things that people just don't talk about when they lose, a large amount of weight. As you would have seen by previous videos, I have lost over 100 pounds, I think like 110, 111 to be exact, which is about 50 kilos, 8 stone. A lot of weight. It's taken me about 3 years. I have had a pregnancy in between, so obviously I lost about 6 stone in 1 year and then put some on because of pregnancy, and then I've lost about 3 stone since the pregnancy. And I've kind of like fluctuated. I've probably gone up since March. I've probably gone up maybe 3 to 4 kilos, which for people that don't work in kilos is about 6.6 to 8.8 pounds. So again, under a stone. It's not the end of the world, but obviously it messes with the head a little bit. So I think because I've dieted quite intensely, obviously lost that large amount, I think it's kind of stressing my head out, focusing all the numbers and everything like that. So I'm taking the new approach to getting that better relationship with food, because the guilt that came with it, I have 2 young kids, trying to do anything with them, and obviously they want to have a good time, and we're trying to do things together, and they're like, oh mum, have some of this, and it's like, oh great, you're sharing, but no, I feel guilty. So yeah, anyway, back to the topic. So I have noticed a couple of things since I've lost the 50 kilos. I have noticed a couple of things. A lot of them will probably be obvious, as in, like clothes sizes have gone down. For the women, bra sizes obviously change. Your boobs, my boobs were the first thing to go, unfortunately. And I know for us women that is a fucking shame, because we love our tits, let's be honest. So that has made me very sad and more self-conscious than I realised, my boobs going. So yeah, I'll kind of do it in like a list form, because as you all know, I'm not very good at these videos. And I have just noticed I'm wearing the exact same shirt as I've done before. It is unintentional that I am branding here. So I have obviously lost size. So like my stomach is less saggy. It's, obviously I've kind of shrunken in a bit. Same with the thighs, they've kind of slimmed down a bit. I still obviously have jiggle, because I've still got a lot to lose. Same with the arms, I've still got the jiggle, but I have noticed that they are smaller, and I've got like the line, which obviously I've never had. Rings and jewellery fit better. So my rings are now, the ones that I have are too big. I can put them on and like give it a shake and they'll fall off, or almost fall off, and it's not really a risk I want to take. Bracelet. So this is a bracelet Jonathan got me for our anniversary back in April, and I've had to kind of change it, so it's not actually, it's supposed to hook on here where my finger is, and I've had to hook it onto the actual bracelet because it's so big, because obviously my wrist is shrunk. Shoes. I have gone down shoe size. Who knew I had such fat feet? But I have actually gone down shoe size. So I noticed a couple of months ago I had to get some new work boots, which are like steel toe cap boots. They are the exact same shoes, like the same style, they are the exact same. But I had to go down 2 sizes, which I was shocked about. And they still fit, like I still have room. Obviously my feet aren't going to grow anymore, but I never thought they'd shrink. Which again, not many people actually say that they go down in shoe sizes. It's very obvious that you're going to go down in a clothes size, and I have. I'm still kind of in between sizes, so I don't really know what I am specifically clothes size. I always size up because I don't like clingy t-shirts. I never have, and I think it's because I've obviously been a lot bigger. I haven't liked anything to cling to my body, because then it really emphasises all the lumps and bumps and rolls that I have, which obviously feel self-conscious and absolutely hate it. And I think that's still stuck in my head. So I will always go for the bigger size. I think I tend to go for like an extra large, although I do fit in a large, and sometimes I can fit in a medium. It depends on what shop. I don't know what it's like for you guys where you are, but here in the UK, specifically women's clothes sizes in shops is shit. You can go to one shop and you can pick out, let's just say, a size 10. You can go to another shop and pick out a size 10, and they won't fit the same. One will be too small, one will be too big. You won't even get your ass in one of them. And that's like it for everything. So I try not to focus on the number on our clothes. Ours do run by like 8, 10, 12, or some things do go by like small, large, medium, that kind of stuff. So I try not to go by size, but I always pick out the bigger size first, and I will always try it on. So it's trying to retrain my brain of, no, try on the smaller size because you will be shocked. And I am every single time. I wore a dress for my youngest daughter's birthday, which was a UK size 10 from, I believe I got it from Morrison's or Asda. And I was shocked that it fit. And if it wasn't for my neighbour going, no, you should size down, love. Because I just live with the kids, I can't really get a decent opinion on, do I suit this? I will always criticise myself in the mirror. I think because obviously I've been a lot bigger and I've always criticised myself. That's and probably social media doesn't help either. So trying to find an outfit, does this even suit me? I need somebody else's opinion, and somebody that I know won't tell me what they think I want to hear. If I look stupid, they'll say, no, that doesn't suit you, which she's quite good at. So she's like, no, you need to size down, love, that's too big. So I sized down, and I was like, oh my god, it fits. Why am I shocked? I've lost fucking 8 stone. Of course clothes are going to be smaller. So yeah, that's obviously an obvious thing, clothes size going down, my actual body frame getting smaller, kind of getting more, my body is changing. So like I go in a bit, obviously the stomach doesn't stick out as much. The fact if I can sit on a chair and put my feet on the chair while being sat on it is something I've never been able to do. And I don't know why, but it's always been something that I've been kind of jealous of skinny people, that they were able to kind of, I mean, I'll try and do it without like knocking the camera. Being able to like sit on the chair with your leg up and just chill. I've never been able to do that because my stomach has always gotten in the way, and this is actually comfortable. I'm not having to like hold it in place. So I can now do that. And even I can't do it in this space just because there's not a lot of room and you wouldn't be able to see it. But for women like crossing over the leg, I've never been able to do that. And obviously losing that weight, I now can. And I don't know why that makes me feel more womanly, more feminine. The fact of I can do that. Whatever outfit, well, I don't know if it's a tight pair of jeans, it's a bit of a struggle. But whatever outfit I'm wearing, I can put my right leg over my left knee, just because I think because I'm a righty, that's why I do it that way. It's not as comfortable doing it the other way. So that's another thing I can do now. I am starting to get wrinkly skin in like the inner thighs, where obviously I'm losing it, and I have on the boobs as well. It is starting to get a bit wrinkly, obviously where the fat is going. And then leaning forward, if I was to have nothing on, and the stomach kind of hangs low, because obviously fat is emptying from there, but the skin is still stretched. It's stretched all the way to 150 kilos, you know what I mean? So although I am now at about 103, so like I say, I have kind of gone up a little bit. It's still sorting itself out. So it's perseverance. I feel cold a lot more. Now anyone that has known me knows that always hot and bothered. I wouldn't wear a coat in the winter or a jumper because I'd always get too hot. I'd carry it. What's the point? Now, I feel the cold a lot more. I mean, last winter I was pregnant, so that was slightly different. But even when obviously she came out and it was a little bit nippy in the UK, which is all the time, I felt colder than normal, and I thought, it's because I don't have as much insulation as I used to have. So that's another thing. Feeling the cold. I mean, obviously I still get hot and bothered. Like we went to a cheese festival the other day, me, Jonathan and the kids. It was about 32, 35, something like that degrees Celsius here in the UK. It was hot. As the Brits would say, bloody hot, mate. So obviously you still feel the hot, still sweat like any normal person would in the heat. But yeah, coldness, I do feel it a lot more, which was bizarre. I'm trying to think now. What else? Obviously I've said shoe size, the coldness, the wrinkly skin. I know people have said before that they kind of get treated differently. I mean, I'm oblivious to everything else anyway, so don't quite know if that applies to me, as in like people get more attention out on the street, or people are more helpful in the shop. I think I saw somebody when they was larger and they'd broken down on the side of the road. Nobody stopped to help, but when she'd lost all her weight and she'd broken down on the side of the road, somebody had stopped to help her. Whether that's because of the way she looks, obviously in their eyes she looked a lot prettier, but you know, like I've always said, looks can fade, looks can change, it's what's inside that counts. And I think if you can't like me when I'm really fat, why should you like me like really skinny? Do you know what I mean? So I don't quite agree with that, in that sense of they shouldn't get more attention just because they've lost the weight. I haven't noticed that with me just because, well, I don't notice that stuff anyway. So yeah, I think from the top of my head I kind of done this impromptu video because I know that I've got one out and I didn't have anything else backed up. If I do think of anything else, I will obviously pop on and do another video. But yeah, to kind of summarise, I think, obviously clothes size gone down, shoe size gone down, wrinkly skin, boobs have gone down. What else did I say? Jewellery, obviously fitting looser, rings too big, that kind of stuff. Feeling the cold a lot more. Obviously my energy levels are up, do you know what I mean? I don't get as tired. I can walk, 10,000 steps and I don't feel as tired. I can run up and down the stairs and I'm not puffing and panting. The amount of times of when I was larger and when you're like, shit, forgot something, run up the stairs, and you literally run up the stairs and you get to the top and you're like, oh, gee, as if you've just fucking run a mile. I can run up the stairs and it's not a problem. I can run around with the kids and I don't get tired. I still feel self-conscious running around. Like occasionally I've had to run at work just because we were in a rush and we have to pick up patients on time, so I've had to run somewhere. And I still feel self-conscious when I run because obviously everything moves, nothing gets stuck down. But I do feel fitter and I do feel like I can do more without being just absolute cream crackered, which is obviously fantastic. I think you do expect your energy levels to go up and stuff like that. My skin is up and down. I'm hormonal, do you know what I mean? I'm 28. It is what it is. And I've got an itchy skin. I don't know whether that's like the heat now in the UK. It's only really when my hands get hot they get itchy. I don't know whether that's a common thing for other people. I don't know whether that's to do with weight loss. Couldn't tell you. I kind of think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I might do another, like an update one maybe next week about kind of how I've eaten and stuff like that. If anybody else has kind of been on a weight loss journey, even if you've lost, a stone and you've noticed something, pop it in the comments. Let's see what everybody else is up to. But until next time, see ya.